Hey guys, I'm Rodin. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot presented by BOMISpirit. So I'm going to be doing an energy shift reading today. Today's the 17th, the day that I'm recording. Tomorrow on the 18th, Mercury officially goes retrograde. We've all been kind of, I think, feeling these energies already and like being very aware of it. Like we're already living in it. I've noticed that the collective is doing a lot of, I guess you can say timeline jumping. It's pretty much pulling the timeline in, right? Excuse me. Of course, since I was meditating on Mercury retrograde energy, my throat is like not happy about it. So just hang in there with me. I got a lot to share with you guys. So Mercury goes retrograde on the 18th of June, and then it goes direct on July 12th. Now, I want to talk about the astrology behind this first before we get into pulling any cards for the actual energy shift reading. So if you're not really into astrology, just skip forward, but a lot of people are kind of interested, so I want to talk about it. So we have a June portion of this retrograde period, and then we have, and then we have a July period for this retrograde period. Now, I want to talk about the astrology a lot because there's a lot going down and we're in a very sensitive time energetically. It's this period of time, this retrograde is going to feel very chaotic. I'm just going to be very honest with you. It's going to feel unstable. It's going to feel really overly emotional, but it's going to be really good. It's going to be good. So the June portion, let's talk about that. So on the 18th, Mercury goes retrograde. Don't get caught up on the dates and stuff like that. Just listen. Just listen. You can always look it up later, okay? You can always look all these placements up later. So Mercury goes retrograde on the 18th. On the 20th, we're moving into Cancer season. 21st, we have the new moon Cancer eclipse at 0 degrees. It's going to be super, super strong, very powerful stuff. Now, on the 21st, I'm still used to solstices being on the 21st. I don't know when we jump the timeline to when they're always on the 1st now. I think that happened a few months ago. Isn't time so funny? But I still look at it as the 21st. However you see it's how you see it. But I still look at it as the 21st. So it's happening on the same day. Okay. On the 23rd, we do have Neptune retrograding in Pisces. On the 25th, Venus goes direct in Gemini. And then a couple days after that, Mars goes into Aries. All in 1 week, literally all in 1 week, we have the eclipse and solstice, we have Venus going direct, Neptune retrograding, Mars moving it home into Aries, all right after Mercury goes retrograde, okay? Speeding up to July, we have a whole new batch of energies coming in, okay? On July 1st, Saturn, which is retrograding, moves back into Capricorn, and so it's going to hit that last critical degree at 29 degrees. I've been talking about this for months. This is going to be part of the second phase of the reset, also what people are calling the awakening, whatever term you want to use, okay? A few days after that, we have the next eclipse in Capricorn, okay? And then after that, we have Chiron retrograding, and then we have Mercury finally going direct, okay? So let's separate June and July for a second. So in June, I was really hoping they were done. I was waiting for them to be done because I was like, I do not want that noise in my video because I want to be focused, and apparently they're not done. I don't know what leaves they're blowing. We're in the desert. Everybody has rocks in their yard, so I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Moving on. So in June, what's going to happen is the June portion of Mercury retrograde. Retrogrades in general are about review, okay? Their review, their reflection, it's slowing things down in the aspect of that planet and sign. Of course, look at the house it affects for you. It's whatever house is ruled by Cancer for you in your personal chart, okay? Please look up how to do that. This is not part of that. That's not part of this video. That's a whole other lesson. Anyway, so there's going to be a slowing down of those aspects of your life in the form of communication and feelings and thoughts. And I say feelings because it's a lot of Cancerian energy, okay? All of summer is basically going to be Cancer season. Won't get into why that is, but basically we're working with a lot of Cancer energy up until August, and then even August, Venus goes into Cancer, so it's just going to continue. Anyway, I guess I just explained it. Moving on. So we're going to have a slowing down of this, a review of this, and it's going to be in the realm of Cancerian energies, a lot of family maternal energy, okay? That's going to start coming into play. We're going to get a lot of anger. I'm just going to be honest with you. We're going to get a lot of restlessness, irritation, frustration, and anger that's going to come up about family and about feminine energies. Now, I can't stress this enough. When I say feminine energies, I mean within all of us. I don't mean females. That's a layer to it, but I don't mean just females. I mean within each and every single one of us, within our dynamics of our relationships we've had through our entire course of our life, even in a societal setting as well. Okay, so please remember that it is within each of us. Now, there's going to be a lot of resentment that comes up. There's going to be a lot of anger that comes up about the abuse of feminine energy. This is going to feel like deja vu. Just being honest with you. It's going to feel like deja vu. It's going to feel like we're kind of reliving 2019 a little bit. And it's just to really solidify some of the lessons we learned when the North and South Node were in Cancer and Capricorn. Oh, man. All right. So that being said, that's going to be mostly June. All right. Now, moving into July, we're going to have extremes of patriarchal, matriarchal energies within each of us, first and foremost, and then how that also manifests into our external world with our relationships and on the societal stage. Now, before I get further into that, I'm just going to briefly say this, and then I'm not going to talk about it further because I don't want it to be a distraction. They're also emphasizing distractions are going to be really big during this Mercury retrograde period. So don't get distracted by your emotions. Don't get distracted by other people's emotions, specifically in the realm of emotions and emotional outbursts and mood swings. Don't get distracted by that. Stay focused if you can. Okay. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So just really quickly, when Neptune goes retrograde, Neptune is in Pisces. This is going to affect illness and hospitalization, okay? And we have Saturn retrograding back into Capricorn on July 1st, okay? Again, that critical degree, that same placement, that Saturn was basically in that exact same placement for 10 days in March when all the lockdowns went crazy, when panic was really, really high and we felt a lot of pressure and fear. So one or two things are gonna happen. We might see a second wave of Corona. We might see that. We might see panic and fear come as a result of that. Or we could actually see a bit of like an echo and reflection and insight coming from what happened in March, okay? Coming to light here in July. I feel like it's going to happen in July. It might start at the end of June, but I feel like it's really going to be like at a peak energy in July, and that is going to be for another 10 days. So from the 1st to the 10th of July, okay? Just so you guys know. Anyway, moving on. So this patriarchal, matriarchal, extreme energies, I know this is a lot of astrology, but I know that I'm only doing it because I know a lot of you want to know, and then there's a lot of you that don't. So again, if you don't want to know, you don't gotta listen. Just fast forward. I'm sure someone will timestamp it. Anyway, just had to say that. There's this like weird habit that humans have of subjecting themselves to shit they don't even like. But anyway, I'm not going there. So again, patriarchal, it's the Mercury energy. It's already making me really chattery. These patriarchal, matriarchal roles and energies, these are going to be extremes and polarizing energies within each of us, okay? We still do have Venus in Gemini and the North Node is in Gemini. That's why we're still dealing with a lot of extreme polarity and dichotomy, which is coming up for the next 18, 19 months. I guess at this point it's about like 18 months now. So we can work through that to get to a place of unity consciousness, okay? Now, the way this is going to come up in each of us, patriarchal energy is about protecting and providing. It's also about discipline. It's very like Saturn oriented. Matriarchal energy is nurturing. It's that creative energy, right? It's very healing energy. It's basically going to be a period of time where you might feel a big tug of war within yourself with these energies. And basically, are you able to be a patriarch, matriarch within yourself? Can you protect and provide for yourself? Can you discipline yourself? Can you protect and provide the maternal, matriarchal part of you? Again, for everybody, this is not a gender thing, okay? For those who are really new to the community, because a lot of people are also waking up still. Can you do that for the feminine part of you, the matriarchal part of you, the part of you that needs to be nurtured, the part of you that needs to create, the part of you that likes to bring life, right? And again, what's going to come with this is realizing how we've abused that within ourselves, how we haven't protected ourselves, how we haven't provided for ourselves, how we haven't been disciplined with ourselves in order to really create and manifest the way we want to. And honestly, also in the form of love. To love in the way we need to ourselves and other people. Because this is happening within all of us, it will happen externally with the people in your life, and of course on the societal stage as well. I expect to see on the societal stage a lot of compassion coming out of this after there's going to be a period of anger and turmoil and a little bit of chaotic Mars-like energy, because Mars is going home into Aries, okay? So after that craziness kind of comes down, we're going to see a lot more compassion and love come through in the societal stage, which is going to be beautiful. But there is also going to be a group that is still resisting that. And that group is going to be extreme. All right. And I don't think they're going to do so well. Just being totally honest with you. So these are just energies to be aware of within yourself. Okay. And especially in your relationships with people. As you're dealing with this within yourself, you're going to notice it's going to affect those in your inner circle and your families, specifically families, because we're working with Cancerian energy and working with a lot of tribal energies as well. Okay. We might even see a lot of breaking down happening in parental relationships between mother-child, father-child, even between co-parents. We might see a lot of that as well. And there's a lot of child parental energies coming through because Cancer is the mother, Gemini is the child. Again, Venus is in Gemini, North Node's also in Gemini. We got a lot of Cancer in energy as well. So that's going to be mostly July while Mercury's retrograding, and which is going to be basically the first half of July. And so most of the chaos and anger and frustration is really going to come in with the latter half of June. Like I said, also maybe fueling a little bit of this peak of the second phase of the reset, which can transpire in a few ways. New wave of corona, or some kind of insight or truth being revealed about what happened in March, or what has sparked a lot of things that happened in March. We might even see a third mystery event. And I say mystery because we got a lot of energies going on. So when I say mystery, I just don't know. I feel like there's going to be more that goes on. A lot of light workers, myself included, have had visions about the July eclipse that feel really big. So there could be other things going on that maybe I just can't like predict, but I can feel like how big it's going to feel. So I think it's going to go way beyond just corona and all of that. I've also been getting visions about storms and natural disasters, which I've already done a video about, but just mentioning it here. Okay, you guys ready to get into the reading? I know it's a lot. That's why I was like, I gotta share and just talk this shit out. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead here. Oh, I feel like I talked a lot. I'm deciding what deck I want to use. Let's go with Rider-Waite. All right. Any messages for the collective regarding this Mercury retrograde period? They also want me to talk a little bit more about like healthy energies within ourselves, right? Because because people are integrating into new earth frequency, which is rooted in unity consciousness, right? So some people are there, some people aren't there. I've been feeling a big wave that's about to integrate. And so when we say the collective is integrating, there are people that are doing it, and then sometimes there are waves of people that do it in massive energy shifts. With all the energy shifts going on for the next month, which is a lot, there probably is going to be at least one big wave, and then like of course many people between these waves where they're doing that. Okay, now they want me to talk a little bit more about this masculine feminine energy within ourselves. And it's going to be different for all of you because it's really about making sure that the way that you go about protecting, providing, disciplining yourself and nurturing, loving, creating, manifesting within yourself and, whatever you want in your life, or even how you are towards other people, making sure that these are really healthy, right? Making sure that these energies within yourself, that you're able to really work with these energies within yourself for yourself. So some of you are going to have to really focus on the masculine part of you. Some are going to really have to focus on the feminine part of you. And once that happens, unity within yourself can happen. And then you can integrate into the new earth frequency. God, there was something else that just wanted to come through really quickly. And I feel like I just lost it because I was talking too much. I can't help but talk so much when I'm dealing with Mercury, not to mention Gemini. The Gemini energy is like so strong right now for me personally in my chart. Damn it. It was right there too. We'll come back. If it's important, it'll come back. Okay, let's keep going. Any messages for the collective regarding Mercury retrograde? Anything they should be aware of with this shift? Again, they're mentioning distractions. Please do not get distracted by other people's mood swings and emotions or yours. You might feel more empathy. You might feel more empathy than you're used to feeling, even if you're an empath. Don't let that get you distracted. Make sure you're really grounded. Make sure you're really grounded at this time. Please be in nature. There's also a lot of, they just brought up referencing to nature, Gaia, Mother Earth, that sort of energy. Make sure you are spending time with nature, not just to ground, but also to really get in touch with more of that healthy, nurturing, feminine energy. Oh, now they're talking about death of masculine. Okay. Sorry, lots of stuff. Hang in there with me. So I started talking about this in 2019, where a lot of 2020 we were going to be experiencing death of masculine energy, which is basically, we are seeing that on the societal stage, the patriarchy, government institutions, all of that. So we've been seeing that, and that's been happening within ourselves, first and foremost, and of course with the people and dynamics we have in our life and the societal stage. Now, again, just like how I explained before, when the collective goes through these integrations or waves or transformations, it happens with individuals in their own time, and sometimes we get big waves of it. So some people have already had a rebirthing, so to speak, and full transformation of their own masculine energy, right? For those, I think especially those who are already like in unity consciousness, it's about getting the collective there. Okay, don't forget that. Now we are going to see a wave where that masculine energy within individuals can go through the rebirthing process, but it's going to be a big wave. Okay, so you might actually also, like these extreme groups that I talked about, we might see people being very patriarchal, but in a very healthy way of that protector, provider, and you might experience that in your life with other people. Okay, you might even feel this urge to do that for the people in your life. That's not for all of you, it's just to put that out there. Okay, and to come and nurture the feminine energy within each of us and other people. Yeah, I feel a big focus on comforting and nurturing feminine energies, which makes sense because Venus is going direct, right? Venus has been retrograde for a while, so that makes sense. There's going to be a shift of focus on feminine energies within us after our masculine energies can be reborn to come to unity. Okay. Well, I get to the tarot reading. All right, any messages, please, for the collective regarding Mercury retrograde period? Yeah, if you co-parent with anybody, expect a little bit of a shakeup there. There's gonna be a shakeup there. If there's imbalance, just emphasize, if there's an imbalance. Any messages for the collective, please, regarding Mercury retrograde period? Ooh, High Priestess in reverse. Piscean energy, also Gemini for me as a reader. I like it. It's out. It's out. It's out. Secrets are out. There's full understanding going on. We've been working a lot with shadow. Our personal shadows, the collective shadow has been very out. There's going to be a lot of healing that takes place. This feels really good. Excuse me. I really like that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of healing taking place for a collective shadow is what I'm gathering. But there are going to be some secrets revealed, and I do feel in the realm of families like rats. Just saying. Wow, we have 8 of Cups, Piscean energy. It's allowing for people to let go. Yeah, it's allowing for big emotional release, big emotional purges. Page of Pentacles, and for new perspectives to come in. New opportunities of stability, because now there's going to be some release and purging, which we are working with Cancerian energy. So keep that in mind. That is also part of these Cancerian energies that we're working with. And don't forget, we do have this major eclipse in Cancer. And then after the full moon eclipse in Capricorn, we have another Cancerian cycle, new moon Cancer. It's going to be, I think, 28 degrees. So Cancer energy is going to be with us for quite a bit here. But I do feel new perspectives coming in. Almost like start over is also what I'm getting. So for some of you, you might be starting over with people in your life that have really aggravated any dynamics or programming you've had around like father-mother roles or like feminine masculine roles, like any wounding or triggers you've had. The people you've had relationships that have really triggered that for you, you might actually get a reset with them, okay, if you want to keep them in your life. And of course, this will translate to your actual family. Any other messages for the collective regarding this Mercury retrograde period? Ooh, we have Ace of Cups in reverse. Oh boy. There is going to be a need of acceptance of responsibility is also what I'm getting. where we have gone wrong personally within our relationships and dynamics with people. And again, with ourselves, right? There's also going to be the recognition of how we've abused ourselves, or haven't protected ourselves, or provided for ourselves, or we're disciplined with ourselves, or the matriarchal side of that, right? Where we haven't loved ourselves or nurtured ourselves. Codependency is going to be coming up again. There's going to be some codependency tests a little bit here. It's weird for some of you. It's gonna feel very like flashback like wait, did I just step into 2017 or 2019, which has happened here? It's gonna feel a little like that. If you've had very traumatic relationships around codependency, don't be surprised if they come back up for you to do this kind of work. Any other messages for the collective, please, regarding this energy shift? All of a sudden my head's on fire. Ooh, my crown's open. All right, 3 of Wands, Aries energy. It's allowing you to look forward. God, this feels really powerful. This feels like really big, deep, emotional transformations for people, and really a change in perspective of how we see family and tribes, co-parenting dynamics, and especially the parent-child dynamic. There's going to be a major shift in that kind of perspective and what we see as healthy and as not healthy. Okay, some people are going to do this kind of work, and they're going to grow from this and gain this new perspective. And some people will resist, and those that resist, really, I don't want to say you need to drop them, because I feel like that's not my place to say that. You might just naturally drop them anyway, because anyone who's not going to get on board with this, they're not going to be able to integrate into these new higher frequencies. It's going to be really hard for them, and they can always play catch up, but hard to play catch up. Overall, we do have the Page of Swords. Ooh, 9 of Cups in reverse, Pisces. Ooh, I don't like this. I feel a challenge coming on. Queen of Wands in reverse, Aries energy, could also be fire or water. With maternal energy, the Empress, which is Venusian, Libra, Taurus, also divine feminine energy for me as a reader. I gotta be honest, this is screaming jealousy. I'm almost getting like super distorted, low frequency feminine energy with this. Yeah, and like I said, guys, these extreme polarities are going to be coming out. Shadows are going to be really out, so we can really purge this stuff and change how we see family, these different roles of father, mother, co-parent, parent, child, all of that, gender roles, all of that. But I feel really toxic feminine energy here. Hold on, let me hold this up for you guys can see. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And I feel like it's this energy looking at this. Either wanting to be this Empress energy and maybe even being like a little angry with themselves. Again, this is going to transpire within yourself and the people around you, okay? So again, you might feel this anger come on, this resentment about how you weren't treated like an Empress, or how you didn't treat yourself like an Empress. Male or female, doesn't matter, right? But it's respecting that high vibe version of you in your own maternal energy. This will also transpire externally, where people might throw this energy at you, okay? Jealous of maybe you do step into this Empress role very well. Maybe you do have a very healthy, healed, evolved maternal aspect to you, and it's your patriarchal side that needs healing, right? Whatever this is, it is happening within you, but externally, this is someone who is angry, who is resentful about how they've been treated or not treated. And for some, this is someone who can be very jealous of people who are in that very healthy, high vibe, maternal, matriarchal energy. Expect this to happen in your own families. I'm just telling you right now, expect it to happen in your own families. And this is also why I think co-parenting relationships are going to get kind of rocked, because this is a lot of jealousy towards anybody who sits in this. And who is the Empress? A mother, usually, right? Mother, maternal, someone who's the head seat of a family, right? That's going to come out really strong. If you guys have had snakes in your family, I feel like that's a very all-encompassing term, or parasites or vampires, whatever word you like to use, it's going to be undeniably out. Like painful, like sticking out like a sore thumb, right? Very undeniable. And there's going to need, it's going to have to be handled, basically. It can't continue is what I'm getting. It can't continue. So if this person or people in your family who fit this bill, who fit this role, start to resist, it's going to cause conflict. It's going to cause a shakeup, but in order for things to be balanced out and set right, which means if they continue to resist, they might just be, removed, not allowed in the tribe anymore. Like, I feel like extreme results may happen for anybody, extreme repercussions for anybody who's going to resist facing these energies within themselves and in the relationships they've had with people. Like, if any of you have played this role, you're gonna have to answer for that, and that's okay. We all have been down the road of, distorted energies. We've all done stuff we're not proud of. We've all made mistakes, right? It's part of the learning experience here. But if any of you are in this role, expect to be challenged, okay? Expect that. Wow. All right, so let's get into this a little bit. Let's look at the High Priestess in reverse. Let me use Gilded for this one. I do feel this major protection of feminine energy coming in, which I'm loving. I'm getting really excited by that because that's like, I feel like that's really been lacking in, in our existence and our reality for so long. Like true protection, right? True protection and safety and security for Empress energies within ourselves and just with our relationships with people. I feel like it's been so lacking. So I'm like, oh my God, that gets me so excited. I can feel it. It's almost primal. There's something almost primal about it. Instinctual. So I have the High Priestess in reverse. So I have the High Priestess in reverse for the collective regarding this energy shift. One more. Okay. So I have the High Priestess in reverse. God, I really feel like my head's on fire. This is so crazy. Oh my God. So I have the High Priestess in reverse. Ooh, we got the Page of Cups. Honesty, 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 honesty and truth. There's also my confession card. Most definitely. It's also speaking on emotions and what we're really feeling. Right? What we're really feeling of how we've abused ourselves or other people and how that's been done to us in the realm of everything I've been talking about in these dynamics. It's a lot of layers going on here and it's going to be different for all of you. That's why I like to give you a lot of examples of how this can transpire for you guys individually. But this is a lot of confessions and owning up is what this is. Could also even be apologies. There's going to be so much truth coming out. Like everyone's like all the skeletons in the closet of like family stuff and abuse of feminine energy within ourselves or in our dynamics with people, especially within parental relationships, parent-child relationships, family is going to be out. So I have the High Priestess in reverse. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Any less cards, please? How about the High Priestess in reverse? Yep, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, Capricorn energy, letting go. Letting it go and letting it all out. 4 of Pentacles can be a heart chakra card for me. So when it's in reverse, open, right? When it's upright, it's like kind of closed off. There's also a card indicating that there's a loss of power in some way. Yeah, a lot of this comes down to power play and ego, right? The ego that rules power play dynamics. For a lot of you, that's what it came from in the first place. I'm actually hearing layers of pain and layers of trauma, okay? I feel like that's more in the family realm. But either way, it's all going to be let go because it's all going to come out. It's all going to be addressed and it needs to be addressed. And for anything that doesn't, that means there's resistance and there's going to be repercussions for that, okay? So I have the High Priestess in reverse. So I have the High Priestess in reverse for the collective. Ooh, interesting. So I have the High Priestess in reverse. Yep, and there's the Karma cards, I figured. Yeah, King of Swords in reverse. Aquarian energy could also be Gemini or Libra with the Queen of Cups. Cancerian energy could also be Pisces or Scorpio. Oh, look, the other mother card. Cancer, right? The King of Swords in reverse indicates to me that those who are coming clean or trying to make amends or trying to be there, it's like basically giving up the King of Swords in reverse energy. That's what's being given up, which is a very manipulative energy or a very selfish energy, right? Someone who also, excuse me, someone who also withholds truth. These are the energies that are basically going to be showing up for feminine energies. Again, you're doing this within yourself, okay? You're doing this within yourself. So basically, any kind of ego power play dynamics that have come from you that have been either subtle or really extreme are going to be coming out and work through so that you can nurture the feminine part of you and really pay tribute and honor to that. That will also transpire in your relationships between people. So again, take it as it resonates. But yeah, anybody who's been a little manipulative, really running out of their ego in a negative way, like in a kind of an abusive way, or not super honest, kind of like not really forthcoming, those are the energies that are going to be showing up and doing what needs to get done, okay? For feminine matriarchal energies. Overall, we have Judgment in reverse. Fire energy, also Scorpionic energy for me as a reader. Yikes. Page of Swords in reverse. Lies. Just gotta be lighthearted sometimes. Lies. Oh, really bad decisions. I'm just getting withholding truth and really, really piss poor decisions, okay? There is manipulation behind that. And these are things that are being addressed where you either did this stuff to yourself and not honoring your feminine energy, or you did this to other people, or people did this to you. So again, take it as it resonates, but that's the energy that's coming out, where secrets are coming out of the closet, okay? All right, so we have, I feel like this is actually purging, to be honest with you. I feel like it's like leaving that shit behind, but by purging it and releasing it to take on a new perspective and seeing things for what they are as well. There's also an energy of like trust. Yeah, trust and stability that I'm getting with this. There's going to be a lot more innate trust and stability that comes into these dynamics you have with people that are being resolved right now, okay? Again, this is also happening within yourself. You're going to have more trust in yourself and more faith in yourself because you're really going to be honoring these energies within you, okay? Yeah. Now let's move forward. I want to look at the Three of Wands because this is looking forward. So let's see about, future and what's going on there. Ace of Cups in reverse, like I said, I just want to address this really quickly because that is the last card that came out after the Page of Pentacles before the Three of Wands. The Page of Pentacles is really just about seeing and reflecting the Ace of Cups in reverse energy, which is ego, relationships where there was no honoring of masculine, feminine energies in a healthy way, where we were abusing ourselves, maybe even abusing other people, or how we've been abused, okay? Specifically in like gender role relationships that we were getting triggered in, or family, parental, co-parenting relationships, parent-child relationships. So let's look at the Three of Wands. Like I said, a lot of this is going to feel like deja vu. Okay, a lot of this is going to feel like deja vu for those of you who've done a lot of work, because it's about people in your environment who also haven't done this work yet. Okay, some of you might feel like you're just acting as a mirror for people. So just don't let their anger and jealousy and crap get to you and their mood swings get to you if you've already done a lot of work and you're acting as a mirror. But for those of you who have just woken up, you're going to be in the midst of all of these energies as well. All right, anyway, let's look at the Three of Wands. Let's do Witch's Tarot. One of the Three of Wands, please. One of the Three of Wands for the collective regarding this energy shift. Ooh, I love when the Death card comes out. Eight of Swords in reverse, Gemini energy with the Death card, Scorpionic energy, transformation and change, right? And release. Excuse me. Yeah, major transformation taking place because there's been a release of fear, a release of the pain, a release of everything that's gone on in these dynamics within ourselves and other people. Again, how we haven't provided, protected, disciplined ourselves, nurtured ourselves, loved ourselves, or haven't protected other people, provided for other people, how they haven't done that for us, right? Basically, that's all being transformed. Talking about the Three of Wands. Talking about the Three of Wands. We have Six of Pentacles in reverse, Taurian energy. So right before this card came out, I was getting, like, for those of you who are going to be more like the mirror boat. And what I mean by that, for those who are not familiar with that term, it's like you've done a lot of work. And so what happens is people are just projecting their shit onto you. And you realize it, like you're aware of it. And so they're playing out their issues on you, their gender roles, their programming from their family and all of that onto you. And you're just basically there to do that for them, to reflect it back to them so they can deal with their stuff. Okay. Those of you who've done a lot of work, especially my light workers out there, be ready for that. You're basically going to be sitting like this as a mirror. well, these energies get thrown at you. Okay. For those in that boat, I'm actually getting a lot of like attacks, like it's not fair. Like, yeah, like a lot of like, it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. Almost like jealous of you, jealous of what you have, or jealous of who you are. But it just feels like, again, they're just projecting their own stuff onto you. For those in that boat, you already know how that goes. So I just wanted to, just point that out. Tell me the 3 of Wands. Tell me more about the 3 of Wands. Wow. So after the 6 of Pentacles in reverse came out, we have the 6 of Cups in reverse, Scorpionic energy. So it's interesting, we have Taurus and Scorpio right here, which are the natural counterparts of each other. I do believe in Vedic, the nodes are actually Scorpio and Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken about that, but I'm pretty sure Rahu and Ketu are the actual terms in Vedic, which is interesting. But this is basically about like unfair soul contracts, right? 6 of Cups can be a nostalgic energy about childhood and family, soulmates, soul tribes. But 6 of Pentacles in reverse with the 6 of Cups in reverse, it's really much about taking, like really painful emotions and memories about abuse and neglect and how you've been taken from or taken advantage of, or how you've done that for other people. Like I said, this is also recognizing how we have taken on those roles in different periods of our life towards other people who may or may not be around still, and how they've done that to us. Okay, I'm actually hearing martyr and victim is actually what's coming up here. It's really important to not fall into martyrdom, is what they're telling me. Really important to not fall into that, okay? And that might be coming up just to work through it. Anything that comes up right now is really just to work through it. Like I said, for those of you who've done a lot of this work already, or who are already part of, who've already integrated into the new earth frequency and unity consciousness. And if you don't know what that means, like I said, you're just not there, and that's okay. Anything I say where you're like, what the hell is that? You're just not there yet, and that's okay. Or you just haven't learned about it yet, and that's okay. It might make sense to you later on when you're ready for it, all right? Because I've gotten some more comments about that recently, because I do talk about a lot of stuff, but we have so many new people coming online all the time right now that there's like a mixed bag. Anyway, so moving on. Yeah, don't fall into martyrdom. And like I said, anything that comes up right now, just work through it. Unless you're acting as a mirror, don't let it get to you, okay? Overall, we do have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Gemini energy. It's kind of painful. It's painful stuff. But again, this is all clarifying the 3 of Wands. This is all moving. You're moving past it. 3 of Wands, 8 of Cups, totally having your back turned to it because you're moving forward, all right? And like I said, with a new perspective on these dynamics and relationships, and the people that you're going to be interacting with, especially if you're acting as a mirror for them, are going to have a shift in perspective as well, unless they resist. And you will come across that, like people who are going to be resisting this. Ooh, I don't even know what to call this. I don't even know what to call this video. Let's pull some oracle cards. I kind of want to use, I was going to use Wisdom of Oracle because that's like my go-to, but this one feels more appropriate. Hold on. It's a big one because I combined 2 decks. So those of you who are new, well, actually this is kind of a new thing I've been doing. So I combined the Starseed Oracle and Angels and Ancestors deck. All the decks I use are linked below if you want these decks for yourself. I was guided to do that, and ever since then, I'm in love with it. I love using it. So let's use it for any advice or extra messages that need to come out here, okay? Any other advice? Any advice or other messages that need to come out here for this reading, please? For the collective. Any other messages or advice regarding the spread for the collective, please? Glasses are falling. Where are we at? 39 minutes? Oh, perfect. I think I can all right, perfect. Because I'm doing this on my phone and I'm like recording it. I'm not doing it like on the YouTube live feature, which I do sometimes, but my phone only records up to like 46 minutes before it changes to a new video. So I'm trying to do this without having to like, paste awkwardly in like a random moment. Okay, one more. Any other messages or advice for the collective, please, regarding this spread? Okay, what do we got here? Not surprising. We've got Lord, which is the Emperor in this deck. Patriarchal energy, right? Masculine energy. Take charge with authority. Like I said, some of you are going to feel this urge to protect and provide, is like specifically what they keep wanting to say, protect and provide to other people, and really understanding how you haven't done that for yourself, right? So like I said, masculine energies, astrologically speaking, they're going through a big wave of rebirth out of their death transformative process. This is happening within each of us. Each of us. I feel like I have to say that over and over because I feel like people don't hear me when I say that. Within each of us, and then it's happening within our relationships with people and on the societal stage, okay? Coming out strong and also healed for the most part. There are still going to be people who are resisting this, who are not going through this, okay? Because it's happening in waves. Everybody, it happens to them in their own time when they want it to happen. Like I said, there's always going to be people who resist, okay? But that's what that is. That's what that is. Don't forget, Mars is going home into Aries as well. Mars, Aries, right there. Oh, I'll take the top. Oh, okay. They wanted to take all of them. I was just going to take the top one, but I'll take all of them. So we have Heart Guardian. Oh, Cancer. Love and let yourself be loved. Yeah, that's exactly what you think this is about. It's exactly what you think it is about. It's about having that, and that's like kind of like the feminine energy coming in, right? It's like that love and compassion and understanding and healing, right? For yourself first and foremost, and then that's going to be happening in your relationships, especially around the shifting and understanding of these roles, which is really going to turn more into like a unity consciousness perspective anyway. But yeah, love. Then we have Karmic Relationships. Oh, go figure. Karmic Relationships from the Starseed deck. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Yeah, like I said, there's going to be a big shakeup in certain dynamics, like I said, around co-parenting, parent-child, family, and maternal, really, first, like really like heavy maternal energy, because there's going to be a need to come in and really provide and protect for feminine energies within yourself first, and then for everybody else, okay? Then we have White Witch, be the light. I love that. So again, more of that loving, compassionate energy. Also, I'm just getting like everything's pretty much like a lot of shit's out in the open as far as what's been behind closed doors in these dynamics in your life. Again, family, co-parenting, parent-child, and gender roles. Then we have Air Guardian, shift your perception. Shifting the perspective. Right? And like I said, this is going to lead people more into integrating into unity consciousness and new earth frequencies. But again, not everybody, because people will resist, but it's allowing for that window of opportunity to make it happen. And it's really the masculine energy that's going to bring this forward by coming forward and providing and protecting the feminine energies. Because then once the masculine comes in, providing, protecting for feminine energies within yourself. I know it's only a broken record. I know you're tired of me saying that, but I really want to hit that home. Within ourselves, then other people, then unity can happen. Unity consciousness can happen. Any other messages or advice? Any other messages or advice for the collective regarding this spread? Oh, I better hurry. 43 minutes. Any other messages or advice for the collective regarding this energy shift in this reading, please? All right, so you had one other card come out. And it is Surrender to the Sweetness. I love that this came out. Venus, it's the Venus card, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. We now have Mars and Venus, masculine, patriarchal, feminine, matriarchal roles, and energies coming together. Again, masculine energies coming in to protect and provide, and then unity can happen here. Again, this is all in the realm of energy, integration, and consciousness. Can that play out in relationships? Yes, but that's not what this is. This is not about trying to get with your masculine romantically. Can it happen that way? Absolutely. But I don't want to, again, because this is heavy Cancerian codependent energies coming up and testing, I don't want to enable attachment. I really don't want to enable that. This is happening within yourself and then your relationships. And this is going to be happening a lot within family, co-parenting dynamics, parent-child dynamics. Overall, we've got the star ancestor. Of course. Follow the voice of your soul. Now, for those of you who are not galactic, you can just take this as your higher self. Okay? You can take this as source, the higher powers that be really wanting this integration to happen. Those of you who are galactic, this is your galactic family. Okay? At play, basically indicating light workers, star seeds, like you're really going to be acting as a mirror for a lot of people here for all of these energies to really work themselves out is basically what that's saying. Okay? Love it. I love it. All right, guys. Woo, this was an intense energy shift reading. I know it's a lot of information. I know I overwhelmed some new people. If you're really new, just watch it a few times, go slow, research some terms that you're not familiar with. And for those who've been around for a while, I know you guys are excited by this, and I'm very excited too. But please take these energies really easy. Again, be very cautious of tests that come up around codependency and attachment. It's like I said, it's going to feel very flashbacky. It's going to feel very much like that, little like deja vu. But just be very kind and gentle to yourselves right now and let that masculine energy within you provide and protect for yourself and the feminine part of you so that you can come into unity consciousness if you're not there yet. And then you can go out and do that for people in your life. Some of you will act as a mirror for people to work this stuff out. And if people throw jealousy and hate your way, you know why. Okay? Stay grounded, stay in contact with nature, and be ready to open your mind and shift your perspective. Okay, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I hope you found this insightful and helpful. Don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon, and all the information is linked below for websites and social media stuff. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.